Anladım. What's the middle which
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today on this Monday. Um, Today's not going to be a normal Monday for me. I have a lot to say about a lot of things that happened to me over the weekend, which I wasn't aware of until Sunday about 1 a.m. in the morning. So I'm a little mm, annoyed. That's the word I'm going to use, annoyed. Friday, when I was on panel with Mandy and Miss Portland for a short little bit, apparently some people got their panties in a twist with Miss Portland being on my show. I wanted to bring out that if they wanted to use that, which they did, mind you, I didn't realize I was so famous all of the sudden, which I was, but I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know I became famous on Friday till Sunday afternoon, about 1 o'clock in the morning. Because see, that's when I found out after the all the attacks that came to my page. That is when Sunday evening when I found out about uh that who's that lady that makes those videos? Peekaboo or Pook, whatever her name is.
You're right.
Peekaboo.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be a star in one of her videos that she made about Miss Portland on my show Friday. And then I got to be a subject on Noodle Mash, a lady I don't know at all. So I saw all that on Sunday. But I got beat up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and everybody knows I don't come online Friday and Saturday or Sunday, really. So all the comments that was made to me, I responded back to them in kind, not like they were given to me. None of these people ever come on my channel. So I was a little stunned about what all the hate was about. All the mad at me for having Miss Portland make an appearance on my channel. And then the misconstrued of the flowers. For your information, Squirrel and I sent her flowers when she was at the hospital. She just mentioned them on Friday, but she had them when she was at the hospital. So quit trying to make it into something it is not. I am a human being. Squirrel is a human being. And we are accustomed that when people are sick or down or in a hospital, the right human thing to do is to send flowers, if nothing else. Miss Portland was still not speaking to me when we sent those flowers. So let's get this time strain right from the get go about the flowers. How pathetic and disgusting are you all who made comments about some simple flowers? You're disgusting. I know that you people are always going off on the other females on here. You attack each other over and over and over again because that is y'all's method. And I guess you thought you could do it to me too. Well, congratulations. You got me to apologize for something I never should have had to apologize for. Because I went back and I looked over that video 3 or 4 times, and not once did she say somebody's name. She said they twice and she. That's what she said. Go listen to it again for yourself. She never said a name at all. And the same things I said to her would be the same things I said to anybody else. I did not encourage her other than to stand up for herself. And I would say that to anybody. Go and keep yourself to the people that you fight with all the time. I am not a drama channel. I allow anyone up on my page if they would like to come up and talk. And how pathetic is that, Noodle Mash? You were on while I was on. When me and Mandy were up here, you were live somewhere talking about me. Why didn't you walk your ass across the yard, click the link, and come address me like the woman you are, a grown-up woman, click the link, and come ask me the questions to my face? Why not? Because it's easier to do the Natasha thing. Talk about people behind their back, make up your own videos about those people, and make up your own story about what happened on someone else's channel. I'm going to tell you, like I hear Natasha say all the time, anybody that's on my channel that doesn't want to be here, you can go anytime you like. I cherish you being here. I don't want you to go because of this stupid stuff. But I didn't create it. And if you want to hold it against me, well, then I guess you can go if you want to. I can't stop you. You want me to be ashamed that I had Miss Portland up here? We hadn't even been talking to each other for, I don't know, since that day she was on my Young Fun panel and got off. She has not spoken to me since that day. And that was the first day on here since the day she was on Young Fun. Haven't spoken to her. She hasn't spoken to me. And I sent the flowers along with Squirrel when it was said she was in the hospital, which was a week before she ever talked about them. But who cares? It's not your business. If I want to send a friend flowers, I would send flowers to Natasha if she were truly in the hospital. You don't tell me who to send flowers to as a friend. You don't tell me who I can talk to on my channel. So see, get it in your head. Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, Nasir's place was run over by comments over and over and over and over by Natasha's people. Which is probably who all these people are in here right now. Hi, Mandy. So what do you think? You think you get to come over here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and put all your nasty comments in there over and over, telling me I'm not a honest person, telling me I'm not a man of God, and say you don't know what I am. All you did was do what Natasha does. So I guess she went out of town and left you the keys to be horrible. Because you do a good job of it. I give you credit. You got me about as low as my kneecaps in bending my knees by me doing all of that apologies to y'all because I didn't know what you had done. But Sunday 1 a.m., once I found out what you had done, well, this is the result of that. You need a class, and I'm going to give you one today. You ain't going to learn nothing from it. I hope you're proud of yourselves, really. I don't know what she does. I don't even know her. And I don't care to know her. If I would have, and then you lied, Noodle Mash, saying you came in my room here and you got on here and nobody paid attention to you and everybody was evil to you and angry with you. And that is a lie. You know how I know it's a lie? Because hardly anybody comes in here. Usually I have 2, maybe 3 people on my panel, on my comments. So I'm not a big channel like y'all where a person could get missed in the comments. So you're full of shit. I'm sorry for my cussing, but today is a full of shit kind of day. Natasha's full of shit. Her people are full of shit. Noodle Mash is full of shit. All because you called me a liar. You called me a liar. You called me, you said I had no integrity. You said I'm not a man of God. Obviously, the mouths on you women, you don't know nothing about God or Jesus in that fact. You say, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't think Jesus takes the wheel is meant to be in reference to Jesus taking anything of righteousness. Learn a new phrase. Or take the crosses down behind your chair for one of them falls on you. It's not that it's a different religion. They can use my religion all day long if they want to. I don't care about that. But to call in my integrity of saying that I'm this horrible person because they don't agree with letting Miss P up here, just because of that. Saying that I encouraged her legal thing that she's going from. Her legal program or whatever she's doing is something she's doing on her own. I have nothing to do with that and heard about it the first time as the rest of you heard about it. But the worst part is, I'm live, and you're live, Noodle Mash, and you didn't even bring your tailgate across the grass. If you're a grown woman, click the link And there was no need for all that this weekend that you did to me and your friends did to me. All you had to do was click a link and come up here and ask me about it. I say it all the time. Oh, look, it's under my name of Nasir's Place, a space of peace. Let's talk it out. Or Natasha, friend, let's go make what's her name? Poo
Peekaboo.
Poo Poo. Let's go make a poo poo video dancing around in her sheets about Nasir and spread it all around. And then lit noodle mash, spread it all around. Y'all are pathetic. You call yourselves women who have respect. You know, you want respect. Why the hell should I give you respect after what you did to me all weekend? I didn't do anything to you guys. I don't even know you guys. I don't know any of you guys except maybe one or two people from my own channel. I'm happy you're here, Mandy. The thing of it is, they ain't worried about you. They went off on me all about Miss Portland. All about Miss Portland up here on Friday. I think they're scared of you, Mandy. So today, I'm going to give you a class on adult bullying because you need one. Even though you're not going to follow anything, I'm going to give a class on adult bullying to people who actually might give a shit that they treated someone bad. You know, just one that might have a shrimp-sized vein in their body. Because, you know, adult bullying, y'all proved it. It's fairly common. You know, it doesn't make it into our conversations very much, not like children. But then again, why isn't, with all the adult bullying that goes on here, why isn't it a part of our casual conversation? It happens all the time, day and night around here. I just figured that out. You know what I was this weekend? Naive. I was Evian water. Figure that one out if you're so damn smart. Because I learned about this, you know, this weekend. I learned adult. Yeah, I know. Hi, lurkers. Hi, Natasha's people. How are you? Your mama will be on at 4 o'clock, I think. Like I give a shit. Adult bullying is often sneakier and masked. We got Halloween going on around here all the time. And they say adults being bullied carry shame and self-doubt. You know what? I didn't think that could affect me. Because I give classes on empowerment, just like this one. Yeah, I'm giving a class now, so either get the hell out of here or try to learn something. Get a pen. Oh, Nasir's laughing. Oh, Nasir's talking louder than he normal does. Maybe we got him riled up and pissed off. No, you don't. You're not worth it. You're not worth me being angry. Haha, you just think so. I'm just talking louder so you can hear, because you obviously can't hear me when I'm talking normal. I actually looked at the Harris poll, and that surveyed 2,000 U.S. adults, and 31% of the U.S. has been reported as being bullied as an adult. How are we supposed to teach children not to be bullied? How are we supposed to teach a child not to bully another child so the other child that's being bullied doesn't turn into the guy at Robb Elementary? How are we going to fix that when you can't fix mommy and daddy? I'm sorry. I don't think guys are as much of bullies to each other. We kind of rib each other. Am I boring you, Mandy? Because to me, this is a topic that feels very personal to me. Because what started on Friday and continued through Sunday, generalizing its experience, I can assume. I think I'm boring Mandy with this. Sorry, Mandy, it's got to be done. See, in my recent bullying that happened on Friday, started Friday, ended Sunday, I had the gumption I lacked in my own bullying experience. This time I dealt with it in a proactive and empowered way. This is why I teach empowerment. I teach empowerment stuff here on YouTube on my panel so that when people get attacked and treated badly like I did this weekend, and let's say they're introverts, then they can come here and learn how to stand up for themselves. I got hit in the back of my knees because I never knew about the things that were other done that sent them here. I didn't know about the video, and I didn't know about Noodle Mash's talk. I thought people just was coming over here for whatever reason because they hated Miss Portland. And just for record, on that video that I watched that you all hate so much, she only used the words they and she, and 90% of the time, she was talking about Natasha. How do I know that? Because she talked about guns. And she said clear across the United States. So, Noodle Mash, you took it as it was all about you, and you made it all about you. But after listening to her and myself, I said about her being using it as a content creator that lives in Florida. I didn't say Florida. She used the same thing as a content creator with a gang of guns clear across the United States. That ain't you. I don't even know where you live. I talked about the content creator with a whole bunch of cameras. So we were obviously not speaking about you. Maybe you are one of the people on her list. I don't know. I don't know who's all up on her list. Sorry, I didn't get a copy of everything she does. But I dealt with mine in a proactive and empowered way. I took a stand and I spoke up. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking a stand and I'm speaking up. I set my boundaries and I reached out to my social support. How you like that? I noticed shame as it arose and I worked through it in myself. I got information. I regrouped and figured out a new path for myself and a limited interaction with all of the bullies that came to my page. And guess what? Yes, I deleted all the comments. All the comments that you made. I shut it off so none of you can make comments to me again. You'll have to email me. I'm sorry. My lead mod is the only person that filters stuff to me. You don't have my email. You don't have my phone number. You don't have a back door to sit behind. And you don't have my comments to sit there and beat me up with on the weekend, something that I didn't even deserve. But that's okay. You have nothing to do but either come your little butts up here on live or shut up. I don't know if I can adjust my settings or not. I just know I went through there and deleted all of them. It's that simple. So I'm like, I wrote down 7 things. I stayed up real late for this. If you find yourself in a position of being bullied as an adult, what's meant to say? They want people to set their shit to private or close their channels. It's annoying when I'm not. They're not going to run me off of here. I'm not here for them. I don't care about their drama channel. I don't care about Natasha. I don't care about all their fighting. I go to anybody and everybody's channel I want to. I stand in the middle of the road on the yellow line, no matter what anybody says to me. If a topic hits my interest, I will talk about it. My channel is neutral. Neutral meaning if I want to know the side of this person or that person, I will get it if the person agrees to come on. I can't help it if one person will come on and one person won't come on. You know, because Natasha can't get out her chair. The only people's panel she goes on is the people who kiss her ass. And I'm not kissing her ass. I don't eat chicken and I don't like white meat. So, if you find yourself being bullied and you're an adult listening to this, write this down. And I know they're filming it. I don't care. Because nothing I'm saying is something I wouldn't say anyway. Ha. Hello, hi, who cares? The first one you got to do, there's 7 things here. Take a stand. That's the first thing you got to do. Do what I did, take a stand. This is my stand. This is my line in the middle of the concrete. People who bully find their strength and power in your fear. And I'm not afraid of anybody. Especially a bunch of little girls. You aren't women. You're a bunch of little girls. Very few men on this panel, on this YouTube channel, in these YouTube streets. Very few men. And you came after the least likely one to, I don't even know what. Jeez. People find, like I said, find strength in your power and they give you fear. If you show fear, or let your shame dictate their next move and cower things, gives them more fire. That's what they tried to do to me this weekend. They just tried to kick me down, kick me down, kick me down, kick me down. I apologized, and the more I apologized, because I thought I was in the wrong, the more they did it, and they tried to get me to cower down to them. I even made the mistake and told Noodle Mash I would delete that video if she asked me to. Well, guess what? She didn't ask me to. And in between the time of me saying that, and then, guess what? I finally saw the poo-poo video and heard Noodle Mash's content on her show. And then you know what I said to my caretaker? I said, I'm not taking that down. This is my channel. See, it says Nasir's Place right on the door. And you're not going to dictate to me. When I was answering your things and comments, I did not realize that y'all were all NC people, because I don't go over there, because I don't pay attention to any of you. But if you felt like picking on me, somebody like me, you're a bunch of shites. Then step 2 is document everything. Email, screenshot messages on social media, and write down incidents that they occur. You could tell what? I ain't apologizing now. No way, no how. I'm a grown man. Third thing you need to do is use your social support. Don't stay quiet. Don't stay quiet and carry the burden by yourself. If you don't talk about it, you may be reinforcing their belief that something is wrong or shameful. Yes, I know you said it several times. That clicked in first, that you said it several times. So number 3 was use your social support. Yeah, I can now. I only have you in here, Mandy, and probably 14 spies. Number 4, validate your experience. Because adult bullying is sneakier and often encourages you to get in your head that you may find yourself not fully acknowledging extreme hurt and situation. I had to ask myself. Yeah, I know. My favorite number. I had to ask myself if I would let this happen to one of my friends, what you were doing this weekend. Would I allow it? Or would I do what I did that day with Miss Portland when all y'all were going after her? That I got up on panel, and I think it was yours, Mandy, where I stood up and said, no more. I got your back. I remember saying that, Mandy. I think it was on your panel. I said, I got Miss Portland's back. And she wasn't even speaking to me at that time. See, I'm a real friend. I'm not like y'all. Maybe people aren't a friend to me, but I'm a friend to them. Or at least an honest man that stands beside people, even though they treat me like shit. Thank you, Mandy. And number 5, the biggest ones are 5, 6, and 7. Set clear boundaries. Physical boundaries or the concrete boundaries. It's what you decide. You will have to set that for a bully. It can't just be emotional. It can't be an emotional line. It's got to be physical. It's no holds barred, because they will use any opening they can get to hurt you. Emotional boundaries are not receiving the emotional baggage the bully is wanting to offload onto you. I kind of think of it like a game of volleyball or hot potato. And Tasha goes out of town, and the cats come to play. Number 6 and 7, I think, are the ones that, the biggest factors. Number 6 is practice compassion, because hurt people hurt people. Maybe I need to say it again. Hurt people hurt people. So now y'all all that came over here and did that, y'all need to go find out, sit down in the corner with yourself or whatever, and figure out who hurt you, because I know it wasn't me. So don't bring your little girl makeup bag, throwing it all over me, trying to make me one of your girlfriends to attack. No way. I ain't your girlfriend. I ain't your girlfriend to attack. I ain't your girl to have a tea party with. I don't give a shit. I'm a grown man. Send your boyfriend over here. If you want to talk, then you come over here and talk. Exactly. Yeah, I know she's been making her rounds, and I know that I'll be on her next stop at 4 o'clock, more than likely, because they knew I was coming on it too, and I don't even care. Number 7 is depersonalize. I'm gonna tell you, I heard words from Donnie Duran. That's a girl, not a boy. And she said, nothing is personal, nothing is permanent, and nothing is perfect. Do you hear that? Nothing is personal, nothing is permanent, and nothing is perfect. We need to use these words to reassure ourselves all the time, especially in the middle of somebody bullying us. So I hope these 7 steps can help y'all as much as they help me to take back control of myself and no longer be a victim with an apology as a bow tie wrapped around a present. That's the fact of that. You little girls, don't come back over here. If you belong to Natasha, you're not going to get any gossip today. You're going to get cussed out. So you can go over there or not. Mandy, would you like a link? I tried to ignore it. I tried to ignore it, and I tried to be a nice, Muslim, and be kind, and uh, just do the right thing, and didn't realize I hurt someone's, you know, feelings and stuff like that. But sorry, I'm having a computer problem. Hold on a second. I forgot what I was saying. I was trying to be a nice guy. Because as a Muslim, I'm taught to be nice, compassionate, all these things. So when people started writing stuff to me, I had no clue whatsoever about this video that was put out. I didn't know about Noodle Mash and what she had said. I mean, she didn't say anything bad about me, but I didn't know there was this whole talk about me. So, but when I found the poo-poo lady, or the link is right there, when I saw the video, and then I went and listened to Noodle Mash or whatever, then it clicked in going, oh, that's why all these people coming over here saying this. Oh, man. That meme is super cringe. I don't get it. I do not get it. Wait, hold on. Stay on page. I'm touching stuff over here. Did she see it or not? Come on up here. Or they want to come up here. I wish one of them would. Oh, there we lost 4 or 5 of them already because of chicken. Oh, there goes another. Bye-bye. Go back to mommy. Go back to mommy. Hello.
I don't know why this picture. Oh, hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the mask.
Yeah, it's one of my old pictures. I don't know why it was set to that, but anyways.
That's okay. It's funny.
Right. Oh, somebody else went live too. I'm not surprised with Noodle making a video about this, just because I could tell the last time I was over here with Miss P up on the panel, I was up on the panel. Those things were very triggering to NC. So she has what I call her echo channels, because they pretty much just echo out the narrative that she wants on YouTube, such as Peekaboo. That channel did the same thing to me the other day. Like, I think it posted something about my past, like, and now it's doing this whole thing with you. And by the way, that person's intro is so stupid to their channel with that little ghost thing. It's like, I don't know, it's stupid to me.
It is, but I don't even watch it. So I didn't even know about it. It was just, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I only knew of that channel because of Natasha. Because when I was over on her panel when I first came back, she would play some of that person's videos. I'm like,
Yes.
I used to think it was Miss Portland's intro, but then when somebody told me that Peekaboo made a video about me, I went to go check it out and I saw the intro. I'm like, oh, so that's where it came from.
The only time I've seen videos like that is when Natasha plays them and somebody streams her, and then I see them. But other than that, I didn't even know her name. Squirrel had to go find the name of who it was. I was watching Noodle Mash. You know, I was catching up, watched at night when I'm laying down. And I was like, I had done watched everybody. Everybody's already done. I was like, well, since I've been apologizing for 3 days and saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know what, I'm sorry, but it was weird. And I said, well, let me look what Noodle Mash was talking about this weekend or whatever. And then I heard her say, and the seer, I was like, what the? And Squirrel came, I ran in there to Squirrel and was like, she's talking about me. And she put it on record. And then I said, oh, I get it now. She talked about me and she showed the video on her page while she was talking about me. So that's how I saw the video of me, and Squirrel went and found it. So they made a video about me and Miss Portland with the ghost looking thing, and then Noodle Mash was up. But for days before that, it was all over my community stuff, my under my videos,
Oh,
and it got very overwhelming.
Well, that was stupid. Like, I thought that was even worth any type of content.
It got
disagree with that one.
It got very overwhelming. It was a lot. And so I answered them, but then I told Squirrel, I was like, just, delete the bad ones and just leave my good ones. I ain't got a time for this. And then they started yelling at me for that.
Who cares? Who cares? You can't. These people are just looking for a problem. So don't even be trying to appease them.
I know, and that's Squirrel brought you up. Squirrel said, "What would Mandy do?" I was like, "Scream at him." And so I thought about it for a little while, and I was like, "No, you know what? I don't want to do this all over again. I just want to take all my comments off. I don't want them to have that access to me, so they can email me." So now I made it where they can't make comments. They can only email me if they want to say something. I make them do a little work. You know what I mean? It's me.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been my reaction, though. I wouldn't scream at people. A lot of people think I'm screaming because I talk loud. But if I felt like it was something to even address, or if I just wanted to entertain it, just because,
Mm-hmm.
I would be doing so and correcting their bullshit, such as them taking what you said out of context. Like, they did that on purpose, as you know, just to manipulate. Yeah.
That's I couldn't believe it because, my channel is like 2 people, or 3 people. I have 180 subscribers, but I never had that in my chat. So, y'all are really going low to come down here to me. You know what I mean? That's pathetic. I just got mad. And once I felt kind of, what's the word you use for, I felt stupid. because I apologized, and that's not, I apologize if I've done something wrong. But I watched the video over and over, and I was like, Squirrel, she did not say anybody's name. In fact, she said they and she. And I watched it over and over, and I was like, and in fact, I'm responding to her like she's talking about Natasha. And she goes, I hear it. And I'm like, so how did Noodle Mash think this was about her? I didn't even know there was a problem with Noodle Mash. Like, who is Noodle Mash
No,
in relation?
she probably just had her make a response video, even
Huh?
though Nash seems very paranoid or something, because there have been a few times where she's made the assumption that somebody was speaking of her when they weren't. Like, people make generalized statements, or they'll use a person as an example to get a
Yeah.
point across. And I think that goes, like, people, that gets unnoticed within this community for some reason. I think that unless somebody's truly addressing you, like, specifically, like, with your name, or like if they've said, or if they make it that obvious as to where you're like, they say, well, I was watching this one's live stream, and then they mention the things like your
Uh,
main topic in your live stream. It's like, okay, I know
yeah,
you're addressing these type of things.
she said my name a lot, and clipped my video, but that was before you came on. It was just me and Miss Portland. It was the one on Friday, and me and you were on there a lot. We were on there a long time. So to me, if I was on there that long and I looked at when she went on, and I don't even know her, why didn't she just come on over here and say what she had to say instead of making up that big old problem? That's what I
Yeah.
don't get. That's what an adult would do. If somebody was live and I had a problem with them or they did something, I'm gonna go to their live and try to go up and say, "What's this about?" You know. But that's also my way of doing things because I'm Muslim. Backfired, I guess, on me because I was handling it a nice, calm way. Thought I upset a female and was handling it with kid gloves. And then I find out all the stuff they did to me, about me behind the scenes. And I don't do behind the scenes stuff. So then I changed altogether. I was like, hold up, I'm a grown man, a vet, and I am not changing my channel for y'all. And I just deleted everybody's comments on my page and made it email access to me only. That's why I never put my phone number up there. Good thing. I don't know what that would have been like this weekend.
Yeah, don't put your phone number up there. Like, Miss Portman recently even made a video. Like, I'm just saying, I'm happy that her son graduated and stuff. I'm just saying, I'm like, that's like doxing yourself. Like, come on.
Yeah. I don't have any. All I had up there was for people to make comments on videos, underneath them. But now they don't even have that. That was all they had. Because I've learned from watching you and everybody else, don't put things there for them to access or they'll attack you and drive you crazy. So I never had that kind of access. But
Right.
now they ain't even got that. Now they can sit down and email me if they really have something to say. Yeah, at least I'm gonna make it where they have to do a little work.
Yeah, I don't understand that logic at all. Anytime you address something, if somebody doesn't want any type of drama on their channel, or you don't want people to even come after you in any way, and you know that there are channels that do this, if somebody says the slightest thing about them, then I wouldn't even address them at all on the channel, because at that point it's like you really shouldn't be surprised. I was telling another person this last night, and this is just generalized statement.
Well, I normally don't. I come on and do my show, and then when I get off, I'm not on the computer anymore. You know what I mean? So I never know that all this stuff is going on. Um, I'm not on. I don't go around listening to everything and everybody trying to get the scoop. I do my content, and then I'm not on the internet anymore, or I get on very rarely. If you're on, I'll go on and listen on my phone. I'll go in your chat, but I won't go into anybody's chats. Really, I just go to certain people, mostly certain people that want to attack me.
I know,
Mm,
but I'm just saying,
mm.
I'm just making a point here.
So
Uh,
if I leave comments up, you think I'm making it worse?
no, I think that, like if I go through my comments, well, first of all, I have my settings adjusted to where most all the comments have to be held for review.
Oh,
So it usually clears out a lot of nastiness that people can say.
mhm.
But I started doing that because they would be commenting weird, like posting links under my channel that if somebody was to click on it, it can lead to a virus and stuff. And it was
Yeah,
like
I get
spam
those
comments.
too.
So that's
I
why
get
you're supposed to
those.
always, yeah, and it can get your channel removed. So that's why it's good to adjust your settings. And you're
I
also putting your viewers at risk of clicking on something and getting a virus under your channel by clicking on it by accident and not knowing.
I usually delete those, the ones that are in a foreign language or stuff I don't recognize. I delete them, and I've always had just good comments up until Friday. That's what got my attention. I was like, "What is this?
Oh, I'm
Like,
not
why are
surprised.
these
I knew
people
that would
hating on
happen.
me?"
No, I
Huh?
knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. I've been
Well, you
watching this.
told me. You told me, but I mean, I didn't think it was going to be like that for the whole weekend. I was like, what the heck is this? But I didn't know the video was out there that she made. I didn't know that somebody did have 90% stream on me. I didn't know any of that. I
Yeah.
was minding my business just like I always do.
hmm Well, I knew I had a feeling that happy. They're not going to wait on it. They're going to just do it all right after the fact. Why wait? So I could tell by the numbers, especially when certain things were being discussed. I was paying attention to like,
Yeah.
and then the drop, and then the increase. It's funny actually when that happens, but I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, and it had to do mainly with what she was saying, with taking the legal route to it. So of course they looked at it as an opportunity, and because it's not anything really, I don't think targeted towards you. I think it's because it happened on your channel. So that's the reason why they felt they did all this bullshit, and they're hoping. And this is the third incident that I've seen this week.
Well, you're
Um,
probably going to see another one because I don't feel it's right to say, Miss Portland, you can't come on my channel up on here. I don't want her to
Why
talk
would
about,
anybody fall for that? That's what I'm saying. You
huh?
can't fall for that. And I always tell people that, like, when there's people that you know that are targeting, like, like people that get along or whatever, be wise enough, like, keep your wits about you to know that they're gonna try to cause infighting. So if you have a question about anything, ask it, say it, express yourself. Don't be a little pitty bitty and be like, I heard that you were talking. Like, just stop.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. I mean, like when she was up here, I was keeping her without saying in a way. Like I kept telling her, don't do that, don't, because I don't want to know. You know what I mean? And so she said they, and so they implies more than one person to me. So I don't know who the hell she's talking about. And like you saw, whenever she turned the papers around, I'm like, don't do that, you know. But I kept telling her the whole time, keep that for your legal. But for some reason, everybody thought I know or they got on me for telling her to go legal. I didn't tell her to go legal. She already was going. And that was her first time talking to me since that day she got mad at me for like what, 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. That was the first time that she addressed you, and she came up here to apologize to you. So
Yeah,
anybody that has half of a brain would realize, no, that's not what happened, Peekaboo, and the people that in Noodle Mash. What happened was that Miss Portland asked for a link to come up here to apologize to you, and she is the one that mentioned going the legal route, which she was already doing before she even came up onto your channel.
exactly. And she did not mention names. I went back and listened 2 or 3 times. And whenever she starts telling, she gonna tell her way. Like you were just talking about, don't let her jump over me. But she does that everywhere. It's just how she talks. But I understand, and I'm just gonna have to be a little sterner, I guess. Because it's not
Yeah.
my business, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't even talk about it on the stream because they're going to take that,
Oh,
say it to her, get her
they're
going.
gonna,
I would just watch that if I were you.
yeah. It's just crazy. I mean, she's my friend, I guess, right? I don't I don't hate her like people want me to. Sorry. Not sorry. I just don't hate anybody. I don't like what they did to me, and I don't even hate them. You know what I'm saying? It's just not in me. Yes, I know it's stupid.
What? What?
I said, yes, I know it's stupid.
Why would you say
I,
that?
I said I don't hate anybody despite what people do to me. I said, like, I
Oh,
don't even hate them for doing I hate what they did. I dislike their method and everything they did, but I'm not going to walk around with hate inside me for them. I just learned my lesson, um, that I'm not a drama channel, and they just came over here and had way too much power, I guess.
mm.
I
I was
guess.
ignoring I was ignoring all of them that came in. I wasn't even posting that shit to the screen and all of that. I'm just like, let's continue with the conversation.
Yes. And and
Anyways,
and that was good because you kept me right there. And I was talking to that about Squirrel too. I was like, oh, thank goodness for Mandy. Right. And then I was like, that's why I was like, what would Mandy do with all this stuff? And I was like, she would erase it. And Squirrel goes, why you
mm,
addressing it? I was like, I don't know. But I didn't know you could set the settings to
yeah,
see
if I
them
saw the
before they
comments that were crazy, like the ones like that, I would just delete it myself if it wasn't held for review. There are
yeah.
times where I like to just be like, there are times where I just like to be an asshole and make a little comment right back to them and then delete it and then block them so they can't even say anything back.
See, I
It
don't know how to
depends on
do
my
that.
mood.
I
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't know how to do that. So I took it, right? And then I said, I'm just gonna delete all these nasty stuff and leave, my normal subscribers' comments up there. And then they yelled at me for that. And then I got more comments about way to go, Tiger. That saying something about I deleted the bad ones and left. I was like,
Of
oh, I can't
course.
win with these
Of
people.
course, damn right. You
And I
can't
was,
win because they're not looking for any of that. They're always going to they're just trying to look for a comment to complain. And they got me effed up if they think that I would be making any accommodations for them. Absolutely not.
well, I can only say that the mistake I made is because of my faith. You know what I mean? My reaction to it was my faith first instead of my brain being smart and saying, you didn't do anything wrong. So you don't need to be catering to these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at something right now. Yeah, I agree with you.
But I said what I had to say today, and I'm good now. So it is the way it is.
Yeah, you
If
adjust
they,
the situation.
yeah, I mean, when they come in here, if they don't like who's on my panel or whatever, get out. they don't want to be subscribers because they don't like what I'm saying, they can go. It's just the way it is. I'm still going to talk here, even if I have nobody. That's how I started out. 3 days, nobody was here. It was a 0. 3 days, I was talking to myself. So it ain't the first time. I'm just saying.
Well, that's how you have to do it when you start a channel, anyways.
Huh?
YouTube makes it difficult for anything to even get into its algorithm. So, yeah, if you're just starting a live stream, you kind of just have to. If you're not doing videos, but you kind of have to like treat it as if it's a video, as if you're uploading a video until
Right.
someone engages in the conversation, or just discuss the topic, get to all the points, and then that's it. Eventually, people will come over.
I'm gonna go catch some lunch now, but I will see you soon. Thank you for coming up here. Thank you for coming
I'll
to
talk
my
to you later.
rescue. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.